So I thought I would do a quick video on some resources that people might find helpful. Um, First, I'm going to say I'm not going to talk about YouTube or TikTok. If you're watching this video, you're on one or the other. I do encourage you to go and, you can find videos on almost every aspect of whiteout survival, and in both TikTok and YouTube. So obviously I have the game saved as on my desktop, and that is this right here. I'm gonna move that down. Okay, so some other tools that you might find helpful. I'm going to start by talking about Discord. There's several whiteout survival communities on Discord, and there is WOS Nerds. This is for when you are really wanting to know, like, who is the best hero. I just was reading one here. So this is the kind of stuff you're gonna see here. This is not for your more casual players. This is for people who are really taking it more seriously, and I will show you. So this guy, he went in and he tested Renee, and he did a control group where he did a lead with no hero. His first rally had no hero and no joiner to see how much damage was done. And then he did the lead with Renee, and then a joiner, no hero, so a no hero joiner. Then lead Renee with joiner Raina, and you can see that Raina scored pretty well. And then Edith, and then Greg. And then he went and did something similar where he again did a control set, and then he did Renee with Jesse, and then he did Renee and Bradley on the same squad, but didn't have a joiner for that. And you can see that Jesse outscored all of those scenarios. And I don't see where he did a Renee and Bradley plus Jesse as a joiner, but I would guess that if he did, it would outscore both of those. So this is not for casual gamers. This is for people who really want to, study and do research. People devote a lot of time, and they are super helpful, and they will ask questions, but they also expect you to do research before you just come and start chatting, right? So this is not for the casual person, but if you are really into learning about, what's, the best ratios, or what's the best strategy for different events, this is a really good resource. Another resource is the Whiteout Survival Community Discord. There's a lot of information. There's, a chat where you can just talk about random stuff. And, they do things like post the gift codes, and where is it? On here somewhere. Why can I not find it? Oh, here it is. Player IDs. If you register your player ID, click that purple button right there and click register my player ID. It will automatically redeem your gift codes for you. So that's pretty handy. And if your state has a Discord, which, so like my state has this Discord and then my alliance has this one. And so if your state or alliance has them, then there's a bot you can install on your page and use that bot to. And then the Whiteout Survival community, like Whiteout Survival has an official Discord, and like you could see the state preview. So this was posted on June 28th, and it had the transfer dates. So you could have known as early as June 28th what the transfer dates were. It didn't give the groups the groups, but it does give you some information. Again, there's gift codes and just different discussion and things of that nature. So Discord is a really good resource. There's probably other resources that I have not explored, but Discord is a great resource. One of the things that I use pretty often is I use this Whiteout Survival tool where I'll come in and type in my state. And this is where you can check your timeline. So I can see that my server has been active for 394 days. And then I can scroll down here. And we just got Gen 6 heroes. And so now I can see that Gen 7 heroes come out in 46 days. And then in 106 days, we'll get Fire Crystal Furnaces 9 and 10. So this helps you plan like right now I am finalizing. I've had Helios for a while, but those last, the training and the first aid, I've been doing those slowly, but I've been using fire crystals to convert to fire shards so that I could finish that training. Well, I know I have 106 days now before Fire Crystal Furnace 9 and 10. So I know that I have 3 months, about a little over 3 months, to save enough fire crystals if I want to go to Fire Crystal 9 and 10. So I can start planning ahead. It also helps plan kind of on which heroes you're going to get and which ones you're going to upgrade. I think I've talked about it in a past video where, I got Hector and Gwen. I didn't get Nora because I already had Reyna from Gen 4, and she's a pretty good Lancer. And then, of course, I used Mia for rallies and Bear. And so I got Gwen and Hector. And so I am able to look forward and see that I didn't need any Gen 6 heroes because I'm good for now. But then you want Bradley, right? Everybody wants Bradley. So I was able to look and see how far away is Bradley, and do I want to go ahead and upgrade Gwen's widget? Like, how far do I want to upgrade her widget? Am I going to have her for a really long time? So I can look and see that Gatot is going to be my infantryman that I replace Hector with. And I have 126 days before I get him. And so it's worth it for me to upgrade Hector because I know it's going to be a really long time. Now, if Hector was coming, if I was going to take the infantryman from Gen 7 heroes, then it's only 46 days. So I might not want to push it to 10 because I'm going to turn around and get a new one, right? So if you had just gotten Wayne and you knew you were about to get Bradley, you wouldn't want to push Wayne to 10 unless you're a well. Does that make sense? Okay. So that's a good resource. And there's other stuff on this page. If you go to tools, you have a layout tool for bear traps, so it can help you figure out how to do your bear trap layout. There's a couple of tools for bear trap layout where you can map it out. We talked about the state timeline. There's a chief gear calculator. So if you, let's say you are purple T1 and you want to go to gold T1 and you want, you just want to upgrade all of it. Purple T1 to gold T1, and then you can run the calculation and you can see like, oh, this is how much it's gonna cost, and do you have enough? Because one of the things is like, if I start to upgrade the helmet and I have it in my head, I'm gonna upgrade it to gold T1, and I keep going to gold T1, I might not, if I'm not careful, I might not have enough resources to upgrade anything else, right? And we want to have twins, right? So if I upgrade the helmet, I want to upgrade this says accessories. I call it a compass because it looks like a compass to me. And so I want to make sure that if I'm going to upgrade one to gold T1, that I can upgrade the other that far. Otherwise, I will have to go, purple T1 1 star, purple T1 1 star, and this just helps you figure that out here. And then one of the things I also like is this does have like little art you can copy and paste into your chats, so you can get some cute artwork here, and you just click copy and then you can paste it. So I like that. And if you are handy with that kind of thing, you can even submit your own combo so that it can be used by other people. I am not, but and it is Whiteout Survival. You can see up here at the very top of the screen, it's whiteoutsurvival.pl. Whiteout Survival PL. Okay. And then the next thing is the Whiteout Survival Wiki. And this, I don't know why, this always takes a few minutes. And this is just, got some, basic information, basic information about gears. Like it's not like super in-depth, like it'll give you the breakdown of what the exchange shop looks like. It'll tell you like, oh, how many you need to go up, but like it's not a calculator, so you would have to do the math. Oh, it does have a calculator. Well, there you go. And it's just whiteoutsurvival.wiki. It's down here. Well, this one is at the bottom because it's actually in so I'm gonna hold it there for a second. And then let's see, I think I talked about that. And then if you Google WOS Survival Handbook, there is and this is I think that this is really interesting. I haven't explored it that much, but this is specifically for free to play and low spenders, so you can figure out Like, what do you need to do? Whoa, that was crazy. Um, what do you need to do the first month? What what things should you consider? Um, well, I've never gotten that, but it's whiteoutsurvivalhandbook.com. You can see there at the top, it's whiteoutsurvivalhandbook.com. And so that's an interesting. I haven't explored it, but it is a resource that you can use. I think this might be the place that view all guides. I think there's one on research in here, but there's a lot of guides in here, and they're relatively short, but it's really helpful if you're just starting out. And then this is just wosgiftcodes.com. So on Discord, you can. I didn't talk about this, or did I talk about it? The player ID. There's bots. So if you come here and you go to player, this is the Whiteout Survival community, and they have a bot where you can go in and register your player ID. So you click that purple button and you can register your player ID, and it'll automatically redeem your gift codes for you. So honestly, I haven't opened this page since I did that. So, but it is there if you want to use it. And then there's a couple of WOS tools. Here's one. It's got a tool hub. It's got chat art. It's got some cute chat art. I'm a big fan of chat art. So there's that. And you click the name of the art and it will copy it. So like here's the Grim Reaper. So if I click it where it says Grim Reaper, and then it copies, and I can go and paste it into Whiteout Survival. And so you get some cute art that way. And we all like cute art. And then if you are a president, you can set it up for so during SVS prep week, you will need to have some way to figure out who's going to get access to the ministry positions for training, or minister of education, minister or vice president, like those kinds of things. And so this is a tool you can use instead of using Google Forms or some other things. We don't use that in my state. We use a Google form, so I have never clicked it. And then there's just some guides that you can copy. So like this is for Flame and Fangs event, so you can copy that so you can see. There's more artwork, where you're like, oh, you're amazing. And well, I hate that. I'm not going to show you that because there's another place that has better chat art. So, and that's WOS Tools Hub. So, and then this other WOS Tools has some similar things. It's got calculators. It also has a ministry registration option. It gives you some sneak peek information about different things. And then you come up here and you click this, and it has tools, gift codes, games. So if you click that, there we go. So it's got the different, like this is where you find it, and then this is the season. So here's it. See, I haven't done the aquarium yet. So like you can see from the stage like what things are where. So that's really helpful if you want to go and look at that. And then it does have, so if you are an R5 or an R4, you know, can get the SVS prep guide. And then it's got more art, like everybody, we need this one, shields up or you're gonna burn. And then it's just got a lot of the chat art that, you know, people think is cute. And then I got that by Googling WOS tools. And so there were 2 links. It was both of these tools. Then FrostLink is a good resource if you want to either recruit or you're contemplating moving to a new place. You can come here and you can go to recruits and you can go to players and you can find players that are looking for a new home. And it takes a minute, but here in a minute when it's done, it's going to pull up a list of players that, and I'm actually going to put ready to move. So these are people who are like, I am ready to go. And, well, it failed to load. So, but you can, you know, you can also, you can create a profile, and then you can have your profile and you can mark on your profile that you are interested in moving. So there's my profile, and I haven't updated it. This is still from when I was FC5 furnace, and I'm FC8 now, and then my power is over 500. So I haven't updated this, but FrostLink is a good resource. We actually got somebody in the state from that resource, and I think they came with multiple people. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about is Torxim, and you can see that it's spelled TORXIM. And again, they have the, you know, memory dreamscape, and you can go back to recurring events, and it's going to give you some information on the recurring events. And it also will tell you whether you should spend money. These events are, you know, what's the best value. So if you go to the Frost Dragon Tyrant prediction shop, you can see that if you scroll this far right hand corner column, you can see that it has like how many tokens it costs, and then like the cost breakdown, and then whether it's worth it. So if you go to the Frost Dragon Tyrant shop, you should get, you know, Mithril, because it's green, it's the best value. So get that. And this is based on like how much it costs other places. And then so let's go to State of Power. So we're doing State of Power. So we have that, and so we scroll and we can see that fire crystal shards, fire crystals, and 1 hour speed ups are probably the best value from the State of Power shop. And then really charm designs, charm guides, those aren't those aren't a great value. And the one that's the worst value is the Mythic Exploration Manual and the Mythic Expedition Skill Manual. So you wouldn't get that. So torxim.com, torxim.com, is a great resource for people, to find out what's the best value. And again, this is really good for free to play players or low spend players, because it really helps you maximize your tokens and things of that nature. So that's a few of the things that I use and that have helped me in my whiteout survival journey, and I hope that those are helpful to you. You're always welcome to send me a message if you have any questions about any of them. Or you can send me a DM or leave a comment either. Or if you have something you would like for me to talk about in a future video, feel free to share that as well.